What's going on YouTube? It's Kauzuko here. And today, if you guys read the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the new rules that Konami is going to be adding to the OCG. So, in March 21st, in Japan only, they're going to be changing the rules of how the game is played. And you're probably going, wait, we're not, what do you mean rules are going to be changed? Well, the rules are being changed to make it a little more fair for someone to go second in the game. So you're probably wondering, well, how can you make it more fair? Here's what they're going to do. They're going to change it so that way now the person who goes first, playing their rock, paper, scissors or whatever and all that, they're going to have, the person who goes first doesn't get to draw a card. They just have 5 cards, but they get to start the duel off. Now, the reason that they've done this is because in the past, it doesn't really matter because we didn't have all the things that we do now. But now we've gotten to a point to where, once you have, seriously, if you go second, summoning anything, just doing anything, you're pretty much in fight for your life right away because your opponent already has stuff set down. They've got those MSTs, so if you MST or maybe you set something, they got you right back. They literally have it to their advantage. So, I guess, what will this benefit for the game, basically? What is it going to do? Making it so that way the second player has more of a chance as compared to, when we go second and you're trying to get that summon but it gets bottomless, you kind of lose your summon and everything that you were going for. So you got to rely on your defense, which is your spell and traps. And if you don't have any spell and traps and you just got another play but you can't do anything with it, it kind of makes it hard to continue the game and it's kind of an unfair advantage. That could be argued a little bit. It honestly isn't like that huge of an advantage, but it is at the same time, because that's what shuts down a lot of decks. It's just the fact that something can just completely, utterly stop you. And, I don't really have, all I know is Cyber Dragon would be one of the best cards. Like, really, because Cyber Dragon's effective, you can special summon it. So if you go second and you're playing the Cyber Dragon deck, good for you, because you're good to go. There's really not a whole lot that can go up against you. And then, that was just an example, sorry, I know that was completely random, but that's just what's going through my mind right now with this. And, the next thing that's actually changing, on top of that, is now there can be 2 field cards on the field at the same time. So where does that lead? That's crazy to think about, that we can now have 2 fields at the same time. So that means everything in the past where once you if you put down a spell card and it makes it, a field card, it's going to basically become a continuous a continuous spell card now. It's not going to be just a field. It's going to be a continuous spell that works on the entire field. I don't know how they're going to balance that, because to me that seems like, okay, well, yeah, you got your field up for your side of the field. What about your opponent's side of the field? Does that mean that, if they bring down their field, does that mean that it's going to come against yours, or can the fields counter each other? Because I don't know. I'm kind of interested by these changes, but the field one, I don't find it too like, oh my gosh, it's got to be bragged about. I think it's going to have some setback or some broken feature to it or something, because I just don't see 2 fields at the same time working out too well. Reason being is a lot of people use fields to destroy fields because that's just the best way of doing it. But now if there could be 2 at the same time, that's going to leave for more field protection. So actually fields are kind of getting a buff in this, if in the rules changing. And to me that's another, I don't know if I would say it's more helpful for second term players. I would say that's actually kind of the benefit to first term players would be more. Kind of like if they did Zombie World and Spellbook Tower. That's going to be one of those things like, okay, how are we going to work this? Does it still work? I don't know what they're going to do for it, honestly. But, all in all, the game has been evolving for a while, and, I guess there has been needing to be some change. Honestly, I was actually hoping for a 20-card extra deck before any of this crap, honestly. I think we all could agree a 20-card extra deck would be so much more helpful than me going, instead of my opponent not drawing 1 card. Because there's so many cards now. And now they're adding pendulum summoning. I have not seen it myself yet, but if it's gonna take up more room from the extra deck, I mean, we're gonna have to have something because that's gonna be so crazy to have all these cards as well. So I'm glad the game is changing in those kind of aspects because that means if they're willing to change the way the game's been played for the past 10 years and they're just now implementing it, that means that things can change the extra deck and stuff like that to where maybe cards can be. I mean, I hope we don't go down in deck size ever because that just leads to more freaking consistency and that's going to just end up bad for everyone. But, I mean, honestly, yeah, this is where the game's heading, guys. And I don't know. Why don't you go ahead and share it? Like, I mean, share this. Just share around the information about how the game is probably going to change for us in the TCG here pretty quick. Um, so, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh information or any videos that I have up. And I hope to see you guys next time. So, see ya.